All right. Here we are. Back again. And look, we have everyone with us.
Yay!
Woo! Welcome back,
We're
Mike.
whole again.
I am happy that you are feeling better. Yeah.
The DM did
Cough's
a very
still there,
tough
but
one.
So, yeah.
I am here.
You are here. That's good. We're returning back to Lenore's Bay, and excited about where the story's going here. We've had quite an adventure here so far, surprisingly, with all this. So, I don't think anyone has anything to bring up, so I think we're good. I hope everyone had a good, safe, and happy Thanksgiving. You ate lots of food and are now working out to get your weight back up.
That's the New Year's resolution.
Yeah, 2 years ago, almost now. So I was able to keep it off for a full year. Yes. So, but let's get started. There is possibly a lot to go through tonight. I should probably get in the right spot here. All right. Zoramir, you were going to sing the intro song tonight. That's what you said?
Why does everybody want to have the halfling sing? Start stabbing everybody who asks them to sing.
When did the halfling start talking like the coach from Rocky?
Yeah, bomb. Gotta get in there.
Be a bomb.
Started smoking some cigarettes.
He's been faking his accent the whole time. This is the new Zoramir. All right, where we left off, the party visited some more shops and got rid of some things and acquired some things, and ended up at the final funeral for Zoramir's brother, Albron, as some kind words were said, and Lucidia came to visit them to pay her condolences and to introduce herself. Lucidia leaving the party, returning to explore the rest of the city for the day, as they are supposed to meet the Broken King tomorrow. It's early morning, as far as they can tell, in the city of Lenore's Bay. What do you want to do?
Oh, I had a really good night's sleep. Zoramir,
What?
wake up, buddy.
It's time to get up.
Yeah, time to go.
You guys are already awake. You just left the funeral.
Hush. It's my.
Oh, we just left the. Oh yeah, we did.
Did.
Didn't we?
Yes.
Oh, well, scratch that then. We'll just go back. Rewind.
Sorry, I have narcolepsy all of a sudden.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go walk around town, and I think I'm going to go see what I can't do to maybe spread the word of Ishtab. It's been a while. I told him that I would promise him that I would go and tell people about him. So I'm just going to walk around and see if I can't find somebody that wants to listen to me.
All right. What's everyone else going to do? How many hours do you want to do this?
Let's start small. Let's just do a couple and then see where we go.
Okay. Just 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the rest of you going to?
Time. I'm going to work on the whip.
Okay. And Zoramir?
How long has it been since we first visited Blacksmith?
It has been a day. Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez.
I think he told you 2 days for yours.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wander the town too, and I'm going to go up to some random people and try and offer something for sale to them.
Okay. We'll talk about that when we get there. Blaylock, what do you want to do? Got a whole day in front of you.
A lot of time. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to work on my staff.
Okay. So we will take care of Grayson and Blaylock. So you guys going to go back to your room to do such?
Yeah.
Grayson also? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Nemoria. So you're going to get 2 attempts in here. Okay. The first person you find seems to be of more a higher class citizen, well-to-do, and you walk up to him and you begin telling them about Ishtab. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Nine.
Okay. You spend some time with them, and they look at you and just don't accept what you're taking as something that they would follow. They're very courteous to you and appreciate your time and effort, but are unswayed by your proposition.
I'd be unswayed to it. Yeah.
As you leave them, you see another one, also dressed in fine robes, and you just walk away from that one and go right up to this next one, and go ahead and roll another persuasion check.
And that was with advantage too. I had to do that. It's fucked.
No, you don't get advantage on persuasion unless you're talking to dwarves.
Fine. Still, I got 17.
Okay. I think it's dwarves, right?
Yes, it is. You.
Okay.
My bad.
So you talk to this one for a while, and he just says, "Yes, I see your ways. I want to follow Ishtab too."
Yes.
So you have
will not be
gained
disappointed.
Ishtab 1 follower. So that was 2 hours. So Blaylock and Grayson, we'll put you in the same 2-hour window. So Blaylock, give me a...
Are we in the same room?
Yes.
Here, Grayson. I've set out my tools in case you need them. If the work I'm doing becomes a distraction, let me know. I'm gonna start off by cramming the eye agate into the staff. Now that it's had enough time to kind of settle since our work on the battery.
Okay. So roll intelligence for the battery work and roll dex for the whip work.
Oh, but the battery work was from yesterday.
Yep.
Or
Well,
not
that's what you're
yesterday.
working on today, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, got it.
16 for the whip.
Okay. 16 is not a success. So you work on it a bit, but you're kind of distracted at the tinkering going on across the table. And Blaylock?
18.
Okay, that is a success. So while you're working on your whip, you hear Blaylock just shout out, "Eureka! I think I found it." It just kind of breaks your concentration. You're not able to really work at it.
That's how it works.
And Zoramir, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna find somebody who's walking by themselves, kind of away from the city center that I can go up to and talk to.
Okay. there's plenty of people walking around, so you find someone.
Yeah, I'll just go up to them. Hello, friend. Come take a walk with me for a second here. And I'm going to. Good.
You see, it looks like a common elven man, a little bit of dirt on his face, darkened hair, slicked back. Yes, how can I help?
I'd like to show you something that I don't know you might be interested in. I'm gonna reach into my bag and take out one of my daggers.
Okay.
This dagger here, friend.
I have no money.
Yeah.
I have. Please let me be with my life.
I'm not trying to do this. Doesn't look like I'm going to hurt you.
Hey, you just pulled a dagger out.
To show you, and you are on edge.
Oh, you can never be too careful.
I merely am offering the opportunity for you to acquire such a rare, powerful, and a dagger, a piece of weaponry that you should be so fortunate to have in your possession. Would you?
I'm not really. I don't leave for combat. I'm not part of the guard.
This is more than just a dagger. This is said to give whoever holds it luck in all that they encounter and all that they do in their everyday life.
Give me a deception check.
Oh, 18 plus 4, 22.
Really?
Yes.
That's.
I mean, look at me. Do I not look like the luckiest halfling you ever did see?
I mean, you do look lucky. How much?
I mean, this has been said to be worth well more than even the richest people in town could afford. But for you, I'll give it to you for 300 gold.
300. I don't really have that. Would you accept 200?
What if we meet in the middle, friend? 250. This is the bargain of a lifetime.
I'm afraid I don't have that. Just a simple commoner, and even that would be most of what I have. My wife will kill me.
Oh, this dagger, she wouldn't be able to kill you. 200 and a firm handshake. You seem nice. I'll let you have it for a deal.
Well, as long as if you see my wife, you never say anything. He reaches down and pulls out 200 gold.
Reach over and one motion, hand him the dagger and take the gold. And I kind of give him a little half bow. Thank you, friend. You will not be disappointed. Appreciate the business.
I think I'm the winner in this situation.
Oh, you definitely are.
Can't wait for my luck to get better.
Have you had bad luck?
Don't we all?
I guess you wouldn't be in this place if you had good luck. Hopefully this can change your fortune and you can walk forward in life with pride and with your head high, knowing that you will achieve success in whatever you may endeavor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Be kind to your wife. Don't try to hurt her with that. It is very sharp.
Yeah, I'll keep it hidden and just let our luck roll.
It's like a perfect plan, friend. I'll give him a little half bow and good day to you. I'll walk away.
Okay. All right, so that ends the 2-hour window. That puts us at around a noontime hour. What do you guys all want to do?
Has Buthok been around at all?
No.
This whole time? He drops us off and disappears.
Lucidia said she saw him and he was out in the forest, looking at the new growing plant life returning to the forest.
If we got time, I wouldn't mind trying to persuade some more followers.
Okay, how many hours do you want to spend doing that?
Let's see, it's noon. Let's see if we can snag 3.
Okay.
I need to get Eastop's the followers. When you said that was, and that one that just came, that was my first one.
Yep.
Or 2.
It's the first one.
Wouldn't I count as 1? So that would be 2.
No. New followers. Okay. So that's the next 3 hours. Blaylock, Grayson, Zoramir, what do you want to do?
Not a whole lot I can do. My shit doesn't get done until tomorrow. The Talk of the King is not until tomorrow.
Is there anything going on in the town, or are people just kind of mulling around?
Just normal everyday activities.
You said her name is, the daughter was Lucinda?
Lucidia.
Lucidia. I want to go looking for her.
Okay. How do you want to look for her? Just milling around town or asking around?
Yeah.
Or
Did we see where her and the Rangers went?
they went into the big tree, the palace, the main
Palace.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go up to the palace and see about talking to any of the guards about an audience with her.
Okay. Zoramir, Blaylock, what do you want to do?
Good.
No, go ahead, salesman.
I don't have. I was just gonna go back to the tavern and get some lunch.
Okay. And Blaylock?
So that was more work on the battery, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chat with Leo about the next steps.
Okay. It is several, just from a player standpoint, it is several attempts to fix the battery area. It's a mess in there.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So when we get to that, we'll do that. So Nemoria, you were first, 3 hours. That's 3 attempts. So the first one, you see someone who looks very pious, and you walk up to them and begin talking to them about the glories of Ishtab, and they begin talking to you about the glories of the elven god they worship. Roll your persuasion with disadvantage.
You would.
It's the way the dice roll.
Come on. 5. 1.
That's a failure. He pats you.
No.
He pats you on the head, and
You forsake a second god. No.
And I just swipe his hand away. Eastop still loves you, but don't pat me on the head.
I'm glad that you find a god to worship, as everyone should. And he nods to you and walks away. The second, you see someone following behind him a few steps in robes with a symbol hanging from their neck, and decide to approach them also. So give me a persuasion check. No disadvantage this time.
Good gravy. Come on. 17.
While they thank you for your time and believe that you found someone that's quite powerful and are happy that you found someone to believe in, they are happy with the God they have chosen and bid you along your way.
Another
It's-
pious.
Another high, much like the first one, you approach them, and I swear I can't make this up. This is just the way the dice are rolling. Persuasion with disadvantage.
Ah. 8. I don't even have to roll the second time.
They thank you for your time and try to convince you to follow their god, where you quickly brush it off and thank them for their time as they move forward down the street. Grayson, you approach the temple and you see it's several large stairways that approach up, but as you get about to the mid landing, before you get to the main door, you can see a couple guards kind of stand forward, and the familiar long halberds that they have cross in front of you. Hold. How can we be of service?
Was looking for an audience with Lucidia. I had some questions.
She's been inside with her father all day. She was out yesterday or earlier today, but she's been in there ever since. We haven't seen her. We don't control her audience.
Okay, then maybe you could send up a message saying that I would like to speak to her.
Absolutely. And he kind of reaches back and pulls out a scroll and unravels it there and sets out an inkwell and grabs a feather. And what message might you have for Lady Lucidia?
Hello, it's Grayson. I had some questions about the changes in the dead spokes.
Okay. And you see him writing everything down. Anything else?
At her earliest convenience, that would be nice.
Okay. And he writes it down. All right. Is that it?
That would be it.
And he rolls
She
it
can
up
find me at the inn.
and he hands it to the other guard, and the guard takes it inside. Have a pleasant day.
Aye, you as well.
And Blaylock.
Do I have a window in my room?
There is a window, but it's out looking at the rock walls. There's not a lot to see.
I didn't know if it was like overlooking the street or anything.
No.
Okay. Do I hear anything while I'm in there in the lab by myself?
It's fairly quiet. You can hear slightly the din of people in the tavern, but
Okay. Well, I think because I've been going at it for how many hours now?
well, you just worked on it for 2 hours, so now this is a 3-hour block. So
Okay. I'd like to take just a little bit of time and stretch my little minotaur legs.
Okay.
And just go for a walk, just in an immediate area. Maybe take it no longer than, like half an hour.
Okay, sure. You walk around and you see people. You see a couple of the kids that you brought the doll to life. That they were there when you saw. When they saw you do that, and they kind of come up and hug your leg and then
children
scamper off.
No, you. What? How would you like to make a silver?
What?
A silver. I am running low on assistance in building those magnificent devices you saw yesterday.
Okay.
How would you like to assist me?
Sure.
Excellent. Now, how many children are there?
3.
3. I think I can manage this. Come with me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where are you going with him?
So, what we're gonna go back up to the room, up to my lab.
Okay.
Taking little kids back to your room.
I'll leave the door open.
Okay.
Okay. And so inside the room, it'll be somewhat just kind of there'll be some disarray. There'll be some stuff that needs to be put in order. So, well, children, I'm going to need some assistance making sure that I can keep this place organized. So I will need one volunteer to help me clean up around here.
And one of the small girls says, "I'll do it."
Excellent. Excellent. Now, this won't be your job for a long period of time, but just for a while. And you two, I'm going to need your assistance with me as I am going to be inserting some enhancements to the staff. And then I'll hold out the staff, and then I'll tap it and to bring out Leo.
Hello, Black.
Leo, meet our guests. These are my assistants today.
He just waves at him.
Okay. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to help out my friend Leo here. He's a master artificer who's actually put his soul into this staff. Isn't that neat?
They're just kind of looking back and forth at each other.
And I'll point at the staff.
Okay.
Now, his staff is broken, and so now we're going to fix it with his help, and of course your help. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. So, what I'm going to do is that do you see this dial here?
Yeah.
All right. This dial, you see that empty slot?
Yeah. There's a couple of them.
Yes, unfortunately there is. They have been lost, but we've been able to find some that will work in a pinch. Now, I'm going to have to trust you. I'm going to give you a gem, and I need you to put the gem in the slot.
So he takes it, and
No.
you see his eyes get really big as he's looking at this big gem in his hand. He's like looking at it, looking at you, looking at it.
Yep, and I'm going to say that is a sapphire, and that goes right here. Do you see?
And he nods and fumbles with it for a bit and eventually pops it into the socket.
Does anything happen to the staff?
You see a blue color, kind of just much like before. Whenever you're inserting any of the gems, the color of the gem itself kind of swirls around the staff and lights at the end for a moment.
Okay. Fantastic. Now, your turn. And then I'll hand the eye agate.
Okay.
Okay. And that one goes right here.
They pop it in, and you see it swirl up.
Now, here, you can stop cleaning for a moment. That looks fantastic. No need to continue on. Now, let's do something fun. Take this gem and put it right here. And I'll give her the amethyst.
And she grabs it and it kind of fumbles with it a bit and drops it on the table and looks at you, waiting for you to scold her, and
That's okay. They're quite durable.
picks it up, pops it into the slot, and a purple mist like up the staff.
Now, would you like to see what you've created and assisted with?
Sure.
Okay. And what I'm going to do, I am going to have to borrow your doll for a moment.
Okay. And she takes it out, hands it to you.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Tiny Servant on the doll again.
Okay. It kind of,
Okay.
again, and after a while, you kind of fiddle with it, and it just kind of stands up and looks at you.
Ah, excellent. Now, I want to give it the instruction to dance back and forth.
Okay.
Just dance back and forth on both legs.
And the kids are all laughing at it and pointing at it.
Okay. And then I'm going to take the staff, and now I'm having trouble trying to figure out which one does what with those gems.
Tell me.
Oh, there it is. Well,
Okay.
Kind of. It doesn't really say anything, does it?
Just tell
so-
me. Yeah.
Which one does the sapphire do?
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Okay, so I'm gonna try and I'm gonna shoot the doll with Ray of Frost. I'm not gonna try to hit it now. I want it to seem like it's just a moving target.
Okay. Roll to hit. Hey, these things do stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
He hits the kid instead.
Yeah. You kid thing.
Stand back. 14.
Okay. And a blue light fires out in a beam from the staff, hitting the doll as it just explodes into pieces. It just ice forms up its legs, and its movements all begin to stop, and then just the ice shatters as pieces go across the floor.
Now have no fear. I was anticipating this, and I'm gonna gather up all of the pieces.
Okay, they're
and I'm
cold to
gonna
the
cast
touch.
Mending. Yep.
All right,
Cast mending on it.
the pieces connect back together,
Yep.
but it's
I
no
mean, still
longer animated.
It's no longer animated. Oh,
No.
that's a bummer. Okay.
No, you blew it to pieces.
All right. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna cast Tiny Servant on it again.
Okay,
Same thing.
it stands up again.
Okay. Now let's try this, and then I'm gonna turn the dial again, and the eye agate. Which one's Eldritch Blast?
Eye agate.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna turn it over to the eye agate.
Okay.
I'm gonna point it at the doll and fire.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, where are you? There we are. And 21.
The doll is surrounded by a purple and black smoke, and it just goes, and it's no more.
Boiling?
It's completely disintegrated. It's just gone.
Oh dear. I'm gonna look at the little girl.
And she's just got tears in her eyes.
Well, that was unforeseen. Now, don't worry. We'll get you another doll.
Mhm.
I think I think our time has done. I think we're going to go visit the local alchemist and see if we can find you another doll. How would you guys all like a doll?
And the two boys are kind of laughing at the girl, and she's punching them, and you see them holding their arms. It really hurt, but she's upset.
Let's go to the apothecary.
And you leave the room.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the room.
As you leave the room, Grayson, you see Blaylock leaving your room, coming into the tavern, followed by 3 small children.
One crying.
One crying. Yes.
What the hell? Why were they in my room?
There was an incident with a doll. I'll tell you about it later. For now, we're going to look for another doll.
I just shake my head. Go up to the bar.
Zormir.
Sorry, the stuffing.
So you're gonna go get a doll for the little girl, right?
Okay.
Blaylock. You're getting a doll for the. Okay.
I'm choking on a piece of barley.
Don't do that. Zormir, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go out and start cruising around the outer areas of the town and see if I can't find any little creatures to hunt.
Okay. Roll a perception.
24.
Okay. I mean, you see every now and then. It's pretty rare. You see a mouse or a rat scamper around. There's not a whole lot of creatures down here.
Well, nothing fun to kill down here. How can these people stand hold up and down this wasteland of a place? Just, don't they understand they can just go above the tree and just kill whatever's there and survive and prosper? They'd be fine up there. I'm gonna go up to a tree and like carve a little bullseye out of it in the bark of it, and then stand back with my dagger and practice throwing at it, trying to hit it in the bullseye.
Okay. So you carve around into it and make a little target and just begin working on throwing your daggers. All right, so now we're into early afternoon. We'll start with Nemoria. What do you want to do?
So I got time to do one more before I go get me something to eat because I'm getting hungry.
How long?
One.
Just 1 hour? Okay. Yep. Grayson? She has not arrived yet.
What's that?
Lucidia has not arrived in the window.
Okay. I'm going to grab a bottle of wine and some food.
Okay.
And just find a table.
All right. Blaylock, you just want to continue with your purchasing of a...
Yeah, we're gonna go talk with Sharana.
Okay. And Zormir, anything special?
No, I'm just gonna wander around the town after I was practicing with my dagger, and if I happen to bump into somebody I know, then
Okay.
so be it.
All right. Nemoria.
Why couldn't it be something that I had a bonus with, like inside?
So you run into an elven guy, darker hair. He's actually holding a dagger and like looking at it, turning it over and over, and he's got a big smile on his face. Roll with advantage a persuasion check.
16.
Okay. You talk to him for a while, and he falls down on his knees. This must be my luckiest day. It's got to be this dagger. I finally found something I could believe in. Please, show me the way. And
Ishtab will definitely show you the way. That's a nice looking dagger you got there. Where did you come by that?
I was sold this dagger by a small halfling. It's very special.
Did you say a halfling sold you that?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. And he said it was lucky?
Yes.
Wow. Well, it is your lucky day then, isn't it?
It is.
Well, welcome to Ishtab. He will be here for you whenever you need him.
May we always be blessed by his mists.
Well, you have a blessed day. May Purple Pants find you someday.
Thank you.
And good luck with your dagger.
Thank you. And he runs off. Blaylock. You run into... yes. How might I help you today? Again?
Hi, Sharana. I have kind of a problem. And then I'll step to the side, revealing the three children behind me. One very sad.
In a matter of a few days, you've birthed some children? That is your problem?
No, these are not my children.
Good.
They were helping me with my craft, and I appear to have disintegrated their doll.
Oh, not a good day for you.
I mean, it was a good day for me, just not for the doll. Is there by chance a place where I could purchase a doll?
I happen to have some non-enchanted dolls that I could part with.
Ah, really?
Yes.
And then I'll let the little girl step up. Come, see what she has to offer.
And she pulls out just 3 or 4 of them and sets them up there. All of them look a little different. There'll be 10 silver pieces.
That is not a problem.
And she picks a hold of one, and it's a lot nicer than the one she had. It's clean and fresh and new, and she hugs it, and then turns and grabs a hold of your leg and gives you a big hug. And
Thanks, Uncle Blaylock.
Thank you, Mr. Cow.
Blaylock, not cow. I am no cow.
Thank you, Mr. Blaylock.
You are welcome. I'm sorry for your other doll. You too. Is there anything of note you would like for your time working with me, other than the knowledge of my craft?
Can you buy us a sword?
This is not the place for a sword, and I would need your parents' permission.
Oh. And we didn't have to tell them.
Yes, that would be fine until you injured yourself or each other.
Oh, come on, Mr. Blaylock.
You have any wooden training swords?
I do not.
I'm talking to Shannara. Sorry.
Yeah, I do not. That would be across the way.
Yes. I will go and seek them out. This seems good.
Okay. So say you go, you buy him a wooden sword.
Yeah.
15 copper pieces each.
Okay.
And send them on their way.
Okay.
Zoramir?
I'm gonna make my way towards the center of the town where that fountain tree is, and I'm gonna try my darndest to climb up to the top of the tree.
The big tree?
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach, the guards stop you, but don't even let you anywhere close.
I just want to go see the tree.
No one permitted without proper authorization.
Who do I need to go talk to get authorization?
I believe from what we've been told, you will be notified when it is time.
Well, I want to. Oh. Wait. Okay. Out of character. Is the tree the entrance to where the what's his face is?
The Broken King? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically the palace.
Oh, I thought, isn't there a tree in the center of the
Oh, you're
village?
talking about the one in the middle of the fountain?
Yes.
Okay. My bad.
All good?
You want to climb that?
Yes.
So you get into the water with a splash, 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 and you begin climbing it up. In the distance, you hear the sound of metal on stone as a couple guards. Hey, you're going to have to get out of there.
Don't mind me. I'm just getting a better view.
You see the halberd kind of level down at an angle toward you. Going to need you to get down from there.
No need to get aggressive. I'm just taking a peek out around the village. I don't mean no harm. I'm a
Did you
good
do
climber,
it?
trust me.
How would you like to spend the night in stocks?
Stocks. What is that a piece of clothing?
The halberd gets closer to you.
Can they get me up top
Oh,
there?
yes.
How close are they?
Pretty close.
I'm gonna wait till they get a little bit closer.
If they got any
I'm just-
closer, you'd be impaled.
Okay, I am going to jump and somersault over the top of them and then take off running.
All right, give me an acrobatics.
Come on, 2. Come
Oh
on,
no! Thank God for my acrobatics. I rolled a 4, so I got 17.
Yes, you are impaled.
Still not great for what you're trying to do. You flip successfully, but you land behind him, and as you begin to take off, that familiar feeling that someone has the back of your collar again, as your legs kick forward and you're not going anywhere, and you stop and turn around, and they're looking down at you very sternly. You're a guest here. Please respect our property.
I wasn't causing any harm. What's the problem with getting a better view? The
Some
tree
things,
is fine, see?
some things here are sacred.
Oh, this tree is sacred?
Everything here is sacred.
And my shirt that you just so roughly and rudely handled?
No. Stay off of the
Yes, sir.
tree. Don't make us tell you again. It won't be as pleasant.
Oh, what are you gonna do to me? You guys don't seem like the violent type down here.
And he shoves you down to the ground.
Whoa, hey. Okay, fine. I get it. I won't climb the tree. Can I go now? You gonna cuff me up, or can I go and get a meal or something?
They turn in unison, lockstep, and walk out.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll start walking away.
All right. Grayson, no one shows up at the inn still. People start coming in, though, as it gets darker, or toward the evening. What they simulate as the evening.
That's what I figured.
Everyone's
Finish up and I go back to the room.
okay. As you get up from the table, you see Nemoria come in, Blaylock's coming in. Not long after that, Zormir's stumbles in. You just leave them to their devices?
Yep.
Okay. Guys, you're in the inn. It's starting to fill up with some folks.
Do we see
go.
Grayson walking off?
Yeah.
Grayson! Grayson! Buddy, where you going?
Well, apparently we're not important enough to be able to talk to anybody from the temple or palace.
Ooh, hopefully that wasn't my fault.
What did you
I
do?
just looked down.
Nothing. I may have upset the guards a little bit. I didn't get arrested though, so we're good, guys. Apparently they don't like it. They don't take it very kindly if you try to climb their tree. Something about sacred and disgrace and that. I don't know. I wasn't listening very close. Just hopefully that didn't upset them.
Goodness, I'm not even gonna ask. I don't even want to know. So,
Something
question.
seems to be.
Do what?
So Grayson, why do you think she didn't come see you?
At this point, who knows? There's so many secrets around here. You have to feel it. They're not being truthful. They're not being honest. We went through that tree, defeated that heart with 5 people. With all the soldiers and guards that we've seen since we've been here, you're telling me that they couldn't have taken back their own damn tree.
Well, we've been wondering that for the last couple days. I mean, these guards keep going in and out, and nobody seems to want to answer any questions. I'm at a loss like you. There's plenty of people down here. They could have made their headway down to kill that thing.
I'm gonna puff my chest out a little bit. Well, they didn't have me to help fight them off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we saw where that got us. One dead brother.
I'm gonna just shoot daggers of eyes over at Grayson. Not cool, Grayson.
Who thought brings us here and then leaves? I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a clue as to what's actually going on here.
Speaking of, I haven't seen him in a little bit.
As you're talking, someone bumps into Grayson and to Blaylock. A couple people. Oh, excuse me. And as you kind of look around, it's getting a little louder than normal in here.
There's some activity going on here today, more than usual.
I just have a problem with secrets.
Yes, I understand that. I don't.
This could be a matter of pride for them. It may be that they are ashamed that their homeland was taken from them. And we also could be downplaying our own ability. Though we do make mistakes, we are quite a formidable team.
Yes.
Something to ask them all.
But I do think that if we started something right here, right now, with the numbers they have against us, I'm pretty sure they'd take us down.
This is true. This is their home territory. I see where you're going.
Like I said,
I
don't like being
easy
lied
answer.
to. I don't like being left in the dark. And when I ask a direct question, and I get no response. I've been here for 3 hours. No attempt has been made. That's my request to speak to the city.
You want me to sneak in and find her? I could get her. I could get her attention for us.
Yeah, I think you've already brought enough attention to us.
No such thing.
Really?
Well, tomorrow we should be able to get our questions answered when we have a meeting, an audience.
I'll
It
believe
could
that
be
when I see it.
as simple as that. That we have interrupted the regular day-to-day, and she could not take the time to speak to us yet, knowing she will be there tomorrow.
Explain it any way you'd like to, Blaylock.
I'm just
It's been 3 days.
trying to look at all the solutions and find the most reliable explanation. But it is good to raise doubt. To not even know of this city's existence beforehand. And for them, there was no guards that we saw, no patrols to the tree, nothing. If it were me and my homeland, I would fight until I couldn't fight any longer.
And there's still the whole issue of the shard that it was not where it was supposed to be.
Rumors, but I'm wondering if the shard was not one of the catalysts for the corruption.
Could be. I've not held one.
I have. It is quite a powerful artifact. One of our former companions still has one and is holding it to this day. Trust me, you know when you have one in your possession.
There's just too much mystery going on here. I don't like it.
On a lighter note, I blew up a doll.
You did what?
Am I gonna find a mess in our room?
A little girl's doll.
What are you doing with little girls' toys, Blaylock?
I animated it, and
why were you animating a little girl's toy?
Because I wanted to practice with my staff on an object rather than a living thing.
So you took a little girl's toy?
It was willingly. I made it dance.
I'll look at the crew. And you give me crap for getting in trouble?
I made it dance, and then I'll point at the bard over there on the stage, and I made it dance just like that. And they were happy. And
then you blew it up.
And then it kind of disintegrated. Yes, that was unforeseen. Quite a powerful staff. Quite powerful. More than I anticipated.
dare I ask how you accidentally disintegrated a doll and what that may mean for us in case that
Well,
happens in
if-
combat?
The,
We know how
there
the
are
gun
only
has worked.
Two ways that you could find out is if I practiced on you,
Huh?
or we found another doll.
I'm gonna point at a chair over there. What about a pillow? It's stuffed like a doll. Doesn't belong to any little kid.
I am still on Yolnish's good side, not Yolnish, Aethelmind's good
Yes.
side, and I'd rather not upset that.
Well, just tell him it wasn't you. It seems to work out well.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
still
I'm
planning
pretty
to
sure.
fix his pillow that you destroyed.
Wow, did you find that pillow?
I'm waiting for him to provide it.
He's had his eye on you two since we got here. Not saying that that's uncalled for.
I didn't choose to drink that much wine.
You chose to destroy a pillow.
I didn't destroy a pillow, okay? I think everybody's definition of destroy is a little bit different. That pillow was perfectly fine still.
In pieces.
That would have counted as a prized possession, even in that so-called destroyed state back in my hometown. Take a little bit of
And the
twine.
mysterious tomatoes in the kitchen.
Are you blaming that on me?
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. That was funny though, guys, wasn't it?
It was funny. It was a good touch. You should have left in like a dagger knife or something in the wood on the countertop. That would have been even funnier.
Yeah, and
Here-
put like a Z on the table. Yes, that
Mm,
would have been
Wow. I have to remember that one now.
Yes, no one would ever know.
You are all such bad influences.
Mm.
Are we done here?
I suppose. I have no further need to watch this bard with his antics again. Rather, one note, he needs to get out more.
I head back to the room.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Time is it?
It's early evening. It's dark.
I'm gonna go ahead and get something to eat and
Okay.
a bottle of wine.
Aethelmine, as he brings it over. You're gonna behave yourself tonight, right?
Absolutely. I have a date in the morning.
Looks at you quizzically. Okay.
No need to ask.
Blaylock,
We'll
Zoramir,
be
what are you
fine,
gonna
I
be doing?
promise.
I believe I will retire to my lab.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to the bard
Okay.
and take out a single gold piece and kind of twirl it in my fingers like Captain Jack Sparrow does with the gold coin.
Yeah.
So, can you write songs too? How good are you at coming up with songs on the spot?
I can sing anything and write what you need.
That's what I was hoping for. I'll give you this gold coin if you see my friend over there really likes purple pants, and I think you would enjoy a good old jingle about some purple pants. So I'll flick him the gold coin. This is yours. Give us a good show. I have faith in you. You've been good so far tonight.
Okay. So you go and sit. Are you sitting back down with Nemoria?
Yeah.
Okay. So you sat back down, and after a few moments, you hear, "Hrung. There once was a man with purple pants, and they like how they wore them now. They were poofy and shiny and everything you need. But yet, you can't find any more. And he goes on and on.
Nudge Nemoria.
Yeah, that's
No purple pants.
cool. I would so love to get some of my armor dyed like purple accents. I think that would be cool. That would be a good thing for Ishtab. By the way, did I tell you I got 2 people today to follow Ishtab just like he asked me to? Went talked to him about him, all the good things, and they said yeah they would follow Ishtab. So I got 2 people to follow Ishtab today. Which reminds me, did you sell an old man a crappy ass dagger?
I'll look at him. Kind of eyes shifty a little bit. Why do you think I sold somebody a dagger? Why would I go around selling daggers?
You are the only one in this realm that look like you. Everybody's an elf. You're the smallest creature here. He described you right on time, and he said it was a lucky dagger that you sold him.
Could have been a young child from the town that was being mischievous.
Mm-hmm. So because of you, I had to lie to him, and I carried on your little charade.
I'll show like a look of relief, like, oh, thank God.
Don't
Okay.
do that anymore, please. If you need gold, we all have enough gold to help you out, but you shouldn't be swindling some old man out of all his life savings to tell him that's a lucky knife.
How do you know it wasn't a lucky knife? It's been served me well.
Now, it might be lucky for you, but you don't know about him.
Hmm.
His wife might use that on him now.
Let
If
me
it's-
ask you this, Demoria. Did he seem happy with the knife?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then to him, it's his lucky dagger.
Okay.
Who's to deny him that pleasure?
All right. Well, we'll play along for right now, but next time something like that happens to me, I'm just going to tell him flat out that it's not lucky. But let's not do that anymore.
I find out what the other end of that dagger does then.
Well, I'm not drunk now, so I'm sure I could take it.
Well, I don't intend to
Wow.
find out.
Let's not. We don't need to get kicked out. We have an audience in the morning, and that'd be the last thing we need to do is be in jail, in the stock.
Yes,
We are here for other reasons.
we're close to meeting the Broken King. Perhaps we should not get into trouble as we did the other night, Nemoria. Maybe we should behave ourselves for once.
Yeah, let's leave the pillows alone and let's just eat and enjoy our drink, but not overload.
Yes, and I'll point up to the bard and enjoy this bard's lovely song and dance. As long as nobody asks me to dance.
So you guys continue eating your food and drinking in a sensible manner. Grayson, I need you to make a perception check.
That is a 21.
So as you're walking back to the room, you feel lighter. And you kind of like when you misplace your keys and you're like, oh, you don't have those in my pocket. You start kind of feeling around your belt and you notice one of the pouches where you keep some of your money on your belt is gone. And
I turn right back around.
specifically, you know that pouch because you know where you keep your stuff. And it had 45 gold pieces, 35 silver, and 150 copper in it, and it's gone.
45 gold.
35 silver, and 150 copper. And where it was on your belt, is a small rolled up piece of paper.
I open it.
Okay. You look down at it, and that is what you see.
Okay. Do I remember what the guy looked like that bumped into me?
You just notice they both had a cloak of some sort on. Kind of a darker cloak, hood pulled up.
Go into the main room and look.
Okay. You look around. You see some of the scouts that had come in with Lucidia around having a good time there. But the figure that, from what you can remember, it was just such a passing thing when they ran into you. You don't see anyone that resembles that inside. Excuse me.
I'll head out.
Okay. So Namori and Zoramir, you see Grayson kind of look around with a look on his face, and he just walks out of the tavern. Nothing that surprises you too much.
He always seems so confused, and
I don't know. I'm getting ready to ask you the same thing. You just looks like he's mad all the time, and he's never happy. I don't know where you guys found him, but some days it's good, and some days we're just like, I don't know what it's like to be around him. I mean,
probably just lost his flask.
probably.
Should we bring him a bottle?
So you step outside, and you see there's a couple elves there smoking some pipe weed, but that's all.
I'll look around.
Immediately, you don't see anything, and they're just kind of looking at you like wondering what you're doing.
I'll nonchalantly walk around the bar.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Did Grayson walk outside, or is he still inside?
He's outside.
22.
Okay. While you're looking around, just to the south of the building, you see something catch your eye. You walk over and you pick it up, and it's a copper coin. And it has cuts around it, almost forming an arrow pointing further south. And then you find another one. It's like a small trail.
I will continue to follow.
Okay, give me another survival check.
$21.
Okay. You...
Sorry, 20. 30, 20.
Okay. You follow it for a while. The coins don't keep dropping. There was just those 2 coppers. You just continue heading down that direction. And as you stand there in kind of the center of the houses there, again, some glint catches your eye. And you walk over and you find a silver coin. Cuts across them. And you look up. And another silver coin. It seems to lead between 2 of the homes there. And you follow them until you're up against the rock wall of the cavern, vines stretching out above you. And you look down, and there's 3 gold coins, all with scratches across them, lying next to the wall.
I look at the wall.
Okay, you look it over, you see the vines going up.
Start to climb.
What's that?
I'm going to start to climb.
Okay, as you grab a hold of the vine, your hand passes through it.
I'm not a fan of games. And I walk through.
Okay. You pass through it and enter a dimly lit corridor that opens up into a small cavern inside. In the center of the room is a round table with 11 chairs surrounding it. Various crates and barrels kind of surround the outskirts. Carved into the center of this table is a mouth with 3 daggers covering it. One solitary magical light hangs above the table, illuminating pretty much just the table, while the corners are all shadowed and hidden. You look around, and suddenly you hear, as your coin purse lands on the table and spills some of the coins out with a thud. As you look up from that, one of the crates in the back, you see the silhouette of someone crouched on top of one of the crates just outside of the light. It's dark, you can't make out the face.
Is there some point to this? You have my attention.
Oh, I'm sorry we had to meet this way. But you must understand that secrecy is of great importance here.
You couldn't have just slipped me the note. You had to take my property.
I had to make sure your attentions were properly warranted. And looking at you, I would imagine you are driven by the money in your pouch.
But you definitely have my attention. And I scoop up my pouch.
Well, I believe introductions are in order then. I am Whisper. And you are?
Oh, you don't know. You take my belongings, want a meeting with me, and you don't know who I am?
I don't know your name, but I know about you. I know about your time in Castle Valeria.
Not many people know about that.
Do I have your attention now?
The name's Grayson.
It is.
And I sit down at the table.
Okay, so you sit down on the table and kind of kick back. And, well, I guess business is in order then. I shan't keep you waiting. I'm sure there's a bottle of elven wine that you'd love to dig into, if I'm correct.
Is this an elf?
It's hard to tell in the darkness. You just see her crouched in a silhouette. You can see the silhouette of the hood and things. I must tell you, the king, he's not well.
Assuming it has something to do with the corruption at the Heart Tree.
Possibly. But if the stories I hear are true, I need you to do something for me.
You think I'm the best person at this since we are guests here and they don't trust us to begin with?
Oh, I don't believe it's trust. It's hard to believe your story. while it seems that we have formidable armies here, I don't believe you would find them as skilled as what they may claim. But
Seems to me that hiding under this pretense of sanctuary, they've gone soft. But that's just my opinion.
oh, I hold that opinion too. And I hear you have an audience with the king tomorrow.
It's what we've been told.
Well, if your story is correct, what I need from you is a simple task.
I'm listening.
Suddenly you hear and you feel as her head kind of appears beside yours and she whispers into your ear, "We need to return to the tree. We are elves. We can no longer live like dwarves." And just as fast as she appeared, back to her original spot.
So you suggest that I plant something of moving back?
You just need to convince him to return. You will probably find him quite reluctant for some reason. In return for helping us leave this dank hole that we abide in happily, it seems, I have access to a small network of information, you may say, that I'd be happy to assist you with if you had questions in the future. Could be quite helpful to you.
What do you think you have that would be interesting for me?
Have you ever heard of the spider's eyes?
Why?
Roll a history check.
16.
Okay. You've heard it rumored once or twice. You don't know much about them, but you've heard of them.
It's a group.
Well, the spider's eyes are my eyes. You can find our people by the tattoos on the back of their neck. Maybe you've seen it.
I don't know if I have.
You've seen lots of tattoos. Nothing surprises you really.
So, exchange for information, all I have to do is try to convince the king to go back to the Heart Tree.
Try. No, you must convince him. But yes.
I see 11 chairs here.
Yes.
And only one of you.
There is more. My eyes are everywhere.
And you couldn't convince anybody else that lives down here.
Why? They are all afraid of their own shadow, if you ask me. But
I think I can bring this up in conversation.
well then, and you hear dum, 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 as a small stone rolls across the table to you. Take this. In agreeing to help, here's one of my sending stones. I have the other. If you need to communicate with me, you can talk to me at least once a day.
Okay.
But keep
Can't
your eyes
guarantee
open.
anything. I don't know what state the king is in, as we have no real information.
You'll get your questions answered, I'm sure. But for now, and you just hear, and the room is silent.
As I get up, I just say out loud, I assume it's all still here. And I attach the pouch to my belt again.
And from what you're guessing from your sending stone, just in your head, you just hear a, it's all there.
I put the sending stone in my pocket, and I go back out the way I came.
Right. While this is going on, Nemoria and Z, you just continuing to eat and such?
Yep, just eat, be merry, and get ready to go upstairs for the night.
Exactly.
Blaylock, then, what are you doing?
Oh, it's battery time. I'm going to continue working on the battery.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Yes. 16.
That, I believe, that is a success. All right. So that takes you into the evening. Nemoria and Zoramir retire to your room. Blaylock, while you're working there, and just as you finish, you hear Grayson come into the room.
Ah. How are you, friend?
I've been better.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
It seems that my suspicions of not everything here being on the up and up proved true.
Really? How so?
Well, you know that little tussle we had in the tavern where we were
When
knocked
they-
around?
Yeah, they bumped into us. Clumsy.
Yes. And I pull out the message or the letter and I hand it to him.
They were. Really? They gave you this as an apology? And then I'll read it. Okay.
It says, "Come find me alone."
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. How did it fare well? I mean, you're back, so they didn't stab you in the dark. So that's
Yeah. It seems that not everybody wants to stay in Sanctuary.
Ah,
And if our claims of repairing Heart Tree are true, they would like to go back. But according to this individual, the king is not well in the head.
Maybe Nemoria can help.
That may be.
Hmm.
I don't know how deep the corruption got before they left.
Hmm. It could be irreversible. If it is something similar to what we experienced.
My thoughts exactly.
Some ailments of the mind cannot be cured.
Well, pretty much they would like us to convince the king to go back. And if we can do that, they have promised to give us information from their spy network.
Ah, dear.
And I do feel that this is a genuine offer, as they knew some things about me that I have not readily spoken of.
Well, be wary. Remember, I have been approached by powerful beings holding my family ransom. They knew things as well.
Well, I'm not a stupid man, and I assume they thought that my greed would be easier to deal with.
Well, be careful.
It can't hurt to have a conversation.
No, they... I think we should, when we talk with the king, we will better be able to assess the situation here. Now, all we have is rumor and speculation.
And I take it his daughter never showed after I left?
I'm sorry to say, but no.
Yeah. I feel there's more going on behind those closed doors than everybody lets on.
We'll find out. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just a broken spirited man who we may instill confidence to return back to his homeland. As long-lived as these people are, to lose something so precious must be very disheartening.
I would agree. You and I have lost family.
Yes.
I could not imagine if I had lost my home as well.
The people here seem to have adapted well, though.
Well, that is another thing that they would not agree on. They say they have grown soft, and partial reasoning for them not taking back their home is because they've grown soft and weak. I guess living underground.
Under advisement. Yes. Being underground, when you're used to being in the open air, that has an effect on your psyche. Well, tomorrow, when we wake up, we will have an audience with the king, and answers will be given, hopefully.
Yes. I think there needs to be a long conversation.
Agreed. Be careful, Grayson. These people that you met knew much about you.
Yes. Like I said, that is why I think that some of what they said had truth to it.
Well, we will see tomorrow if there is fruit from your meeting today.
I just wanted somebody else to know what was going on, that I am not just going to go off the handle tomorrow.
This is wise. Thank you for trusting me to inform me of this situation.
And I go and lay down and just fall face first on the bed.
Blaylock, you're going to bed? Everybody going to bed?
Yeah, I'm going to look at Grayson, and I'm going to look at my staff, and I'm going to look at Leo. I'm just going to shake my head. Not tonight. And I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. Nemoria and Zormir, same thing?
I'm already asleep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. As the evening fades into restful sleep, the next morning comes, and Nemoria, you hear and you turn and look, and you see a translucent image of Ishtab sitting beside your bed in a chair, apple in his hand, just staring at you. Good morning. I'm glad you took the time to wake up. It's me, Ishtab.
Ishtab. Wow. What do I owe the honor? I'm just, wow, I've been asleep. How long have you been here?
Oh, you know, time is so irrelevant. I've been here a while. You snore.
Well, I do have this dwarf thing going on, and it kind of messes with my nasal passages. But other than that, sorry. If I'd known you were here, you should have woke me up early. I would have got up.
Oh, no, I just like watching you sleep. No, that's weird. I wouldn't say that. I do, though.
I'm flattered.
So, how's it going?
It's going good. It's really good. I got 2 followers for you yesterday.
I thought I felt new prayers to me.
That's
from 2 people at least. That's more than I can say for some people.
It's a couple of them were pretty high and mighty. They just shook their head and walked away. But I found you a couple followers.
Well, an avalanche starts with a pebble.
And I just bowed my head.
So, and he sets the apple down and kind of rests his hands or his head into his. How can I help this go faster? Do you have any questions? How have the powers been working good for you?
Yes, they have. And I'm still appreciative of what you've done for me. I mean, if it wasn't for you, we would be in a bad spot, because there would be nobody to heal and nobody to, take out the take out the dead. So I mean, it's the undead. So it's I have everything to thank. I have you to thank for everything. Just I know I'm stammering over myself. I know I'm just, but you're here, like you're sitting right here at the end of my bed. I've never had a god just appear and say hi. I mean, without wanting to beat me over the head or ridicule me or tell me how bad I am. You're just here.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That will come
I'm
in
sorry.
time, I'm sure.
Am I seeing all this?
Roll a perception with disadvantage.
Oh gosh. My perception. 14.
You're still kind of groggy from sleep. So right now you're not hearing anything.
So what do I owe the honor for you to come see me?
I am just checking in on my little helper. He's I'm going to do that from time to time. It's new, and it's new to me too. It's all sorts of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's things are going well. I mean, as you can tell, we defeated the heart and the bad heart, but we're down here with all these elves, and they're all kind of skittish. They're just like, they're weird. They're scared of something, or they just feel, they just don't like talking a whole lot. Like it's almost like, oh, I know, it's almost like they have secrets or something. You try to talk to them, and they just, we're just like, we're different. And they don't want to talk to us. So we're dealing with that.
We all have our little secrets.
Yes, we do. I mean, I don't have any because you know them all.
Yes, that's what I do. It's me. And about that time, Zormir, you eventually wake up and roll over, and you see this translucent, almost water-like image of Ishtab sitting there on the end of the bed, and Nemoria is just chatting away with him.
Ah! Oh my! Nemoria, what is going on here?
It's okay. It's Ishtab. It's Ishtab.
What are you doing here? I'm gonna wave my hand through him.
Isn't that?
Did you enjoy that?
Ishtab enjoys lots of things.
I'm gonna jump out of bed and take a few steps back.
It's okay. It's okay, buddy. He's not gonna hurt us.
Well, I really must be going. Any luck finding me some new pants?
Purple's hard to find.
It is. It is a great color. But
I'm still looking. I'm hoping to maybe find some soon, very soon. I'll tell you what. Today I'll ask around some more, see if I can't find somebody to talk to. Because I'm really thinking, I'm kind of like wanting to maybe put some purple etchings or some things on my armor that are purple. I mean, would that be okay with you?
Sure. It only helps.
Good. So yeah, so I'll keep trying for you. I mean, I'm just really super excited that I got to, So.
And he, as he's saying this, he taps you on the forehead a couple times. You keep working. And your forehead, like salt water, like runs down and kind of gets in your eye and burns a bit.
I will. Thank you, Ishtab. My heart is all yours. I'm so appreciative of everything you've done for me. I can't imagine anything else. Thank you so much. And I'm just really, really awesome that you actually come and visited me.
And he stands up, places a hand on the blankets there, and they get wet there, and he says, well, it looks like someone had an accident. And he vaporizes into a mist
Not how I wanted to be awoken, Nemoria.
I mean, he's sitting there crunching an apple, and I wake up and he's like at the end of my bed. I mean, like, who does? I mean, I know he's a god and that he can do what he wants, but what god does that?
I'm gonna wag a finger. Don't forsake this gun, Nemoria.
Oh,
You have
no,
a good thing going here.
I am stoked. I am like, wow, I can't believe you actually took the time out to come see me and see how I'm doing without, trying to impart words of wisdom and telling me I've done something wrong. So yeah, I mean, I
You
feel
didn't do something wrong?
no. He just come to say hi.
That's why he was here. No, there has to be some other
Yeah.
reason he was here.
Nope. He didn't ask me for anything. He just come to say hi. How you doing? How's things going? I'm like, wow. I was like speechless. Then I started stammering. I don't know. I was just really weird. Have you ever seen a guy just come to you and say, "Hey, Dormir, how you doing?"
I don't deal with those gods things very much. They freak me out.
This guy's different. He's really good. I mean, he's really treated me well. I mean, he's given me all these powers back and without, no strings attached for the most part. I can't complain.
So you're happy with this new god? You don't miss Bathmoot, Bathalum,
Ouch.
Baharm,
Bahamut, and he wasn't. Yeah,
Bahamut.
Yeah, you never seen him. I mean, it was just he was finicky and fickle, and and he killed somebody, and he didn't want you to kill him, or if it was unjust, whatever. So each job, I mean, he's really taking care of me.
So he doesn't care who you kill?
Well, I imagine he does, but I mean, if I don't want him, I'm sure if I made a mistake, it would be okay. But yeah, obviously, I personally don't want to go out and just kill people unless they're hurting, like you or our friends.
Well, that is exceedingly noble of you, Nemoria.
So I mean, it's really cool. I mean, you really honestly, I think you should probably think about maybe just following.
I'm gonna turn around and go out of the hall.
Where you going, Zormir?
Okay, as that
Let's go get the
happens,
others.
Blaylock, Grayson, anything special, or are you just waking up and going down?
I'm gonna rap on the door a little bit.
I'll wake up and I'll get I'll rouse Leo, and make sure he's up and at him.
Another day of adventures.
Are you ready to go? This will be interesting. Your prerogative as we meet the king will be of note.
I'm ready.
5 more minutes.
You what?
I think he is asking for more too.
5 more minutes. Wow. Mr. Irritable needs 5 more minutes.
I'm going to use one of my my charges up there. I'm going to use what's it? Icy Chill. What is it? Icy Chill. On the bed right underneath Grayson.
Okay, so the bed suddenly gets colder.
Shut the damn window.
It's time to go.
I mean, it's time to go. Will we summoned?
Should we not get ready?
You hear dum 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 as Zormir knocks on the door.
Maybe that's them. That's our summons. And I'll go to the door.
You see Zormir just standing there.
Oh, never mind, Grayson. Go back to sleep.
I threw a pillow
Disappointed.
in there.
I'll be AFK for now.
Is there something inside of this?
Yes, please Please don't destroy another pillow, and I'll take it from him.
Takes it away.
Oh, how'd you guys sleep? I woke up to a god in the bed.
He's
Well,
not a god.
That's an interesting statement. Well, I hope it went well. I'm gonna get some breakfast.
Yeah, he touched his
He,
forehead and it got all wet. I don't know. Moria hangs out with some strange people.
this sounds like a confession that maybe I am not the right audience.
Look at the boy like, where is your mind at? And we start heading down towards the hall.
Breakfast. It is on breakfast, not on wet things from gods in your bed.
It's the purple pants guy.
Oh, you got a blessing from Ishtab. Now,
Well, blessing's a strong word.
that's different. Oh, okay.
Apparently,
Go to bed.
apparently one
Just
of
because
the
you say you're a god doesn't mean you're a god. Put my boots on.
the purple pants guy. All right, Blaylock, let's go get some breakfast.
Purple pants
Please.
guy in your bed, wet things. Got it. Breakfast.
All right.
Breakfast.
So Nemoria joins you as you walk out. And as you
Nemoria, did you have a god in your bed?
So Zormer told you? Yeah, I mean, who's eating an apple at the end of the bed would wake me up, and
Oh,
it was strange to wake up to the god that you worship at the end of your bed, eating an apple, and all he wanted to do was just say, "Hey, how you doing?" And that was it.
Zormir,
That's how things were going.
you and I need to have a conversation about context and the necessity for context.
I don't follow Blaylock. I
Uh,
thought I told you everything.
We will discuss this over breakfast.
Better be a good breakfast.
It is now. My stomach was churning earlier.
Grayson do something to you?
as you enter the main tavern area, you turn and you hear, "Oh, look, it's my friends," as Buthok sits at the table
Buthok,
eating
Buthok.
breakfast.
Buthok.
where have you been?
I must tell you of wonderful spores and mushrooms that I've collected these past couple days.
Really?
It's fascinating, the life returning to the forests long so dead.
That is good. Will you be joining us when we meet with the king?
Of course. Have you heard from Keldalis?
No, unfortunately. What time of morning is it?
Probably 9-10.
Oh, okay. Well, it must not be time for him to have audiences. Maybe soon, I expect.
So Aethelmine brings you out some breakfast for everyone. And as you sit there and eat and catch up with Buthok, and he excitedly tells you about trees and funguses and plants. Most of you are bored with his conversation, but it's the most excited you've seen Buthok with all this. You hear the sound of heavy footsteps as Kelthalis enters the doorway. My friends, it is time to see the king.
Well, good.
Is Grayson down here yet, or is he still
Yep.
trying to get some more sleep? Oh, okay.
You're all there.
Well, I'm ready. How about the rest of you?
Yes.
Ready as ever.
Claustrophobic in this.
I
Down here.
should get started now. He gets up from the table. He just begins shuffling that way toward the door.
Here, let me get that for you, Buthok.
All right. Are you all going with Kelthalis then?
Yep.
All right. So Kelthalis takes you out of the tavern and into the grand stairs. You see, as you approach, Grayson, you're already familiar with kind of this first part of the layout of guards standing at attention. And as Kelthalis approaches, they stand at attention and give you no pause to move forward. As you get closer to the tree, you notice that it really is a large tree from the forest, resembling almost the heart tree in size. And as you look, the leaves glow a faint ethereal green as the branches arc into the ceiling. And every now and then you see a leaf flutter and fall down. And as it does, it kind of twists in a breeze that's not really there. And then it just disintegrates into a fine green mist as the light cascades over the stairway. And Kelthalis turns to you. My father wanted this place to resemble the heart tree, so that we never forget where we are from. It never fails to cease pause. As he hand raises to the roof, displaying what you see. As you continue to ascend the stairway, you come up to a great door cut into the tree. The door glistens with a golden hue, and on it, etched into it, is just a scene of beauty. One of the nicer things you've seen here. It depicts what appears to be an elven god reaching down and handing a sapling to an elven queen. Her hair pours over her shoulders and around her face before the hair turns into roots that connect the images of many other elves, what seems to be generation to generation. All the elves lie against these roots as if they're just resting on the roots themselves. As Kelthalis approaches, you can hear a massive click. The door slowly opens. As the passage opens into a great hall. Buthok kind of trundles along beside you. Kelthalis is aware of his speed, so keeps his pace slow. As you enter the hall, it stretches forward until it meets a large stairway that ends in a platform. Surrounding you and illuminating the entire hall are many floating lanterns, which appear to be filled with a blue firefly captured inside, illuminating everything in just a blue hue. The light from these lanterns illuminate massive pillars that reach forever high up into the ceiling. Zoramir, these are bigger around than most things, but they shoot straight up. And it's just awe-inspiring as you see these go in. And as they reach toward the ceiling, they begin intertwining root-like structures, forming almost a night sky of lights as the tips of the roots glow slightly a white light, simulating a star field. Along the walls are tapestries depicting great historic events. Looking at each of them, one of them looks like a dragon purging a desert. A number of them have been damaged and torn. As you pass by, Kelthalis waves a hand to him. The remnants of what my people could salvage from the Heart Tree. Our history and the history of this land is very important to our people. We had to save these as we left in a hurry.
Well, you may be able to return and find what remains.
We shall see. You continue to ascend this ornate elven stairway. And just as you crest the top of the stairs, you see a massive wooden throne. It seems like it's crafted from the roots themselves. The roots spiral upward toward the ceiling and cross, forming out. It looks like a tree with branches unfurled at the back of the room. Small bits of light appears at the tip of each leaf in the branches. And it almost looks like a magical rain dripping from each one in the back of the room. Sitting on this great throne, you see a fair-skinned elf with eyes golden like the sun. Pure white hair flows from the top of his head over his shoulders, covering golden green scale armor. Resting on top of his head is a crown made of gold, which houses a large glowing green emerald right above his brow. His arms rest on the throne, and you can see several golden rings going across his fingers. His gold and silver boots reach to his knees, and he exudes a calming yet powerful visage as he stares at you unblinking. As you see this scene, standing beside him, Lucidia stands at attention, a slight smirk on her face as she looks at the party. And Kelthalis leaves you there in front of the king and joins the other side, the other side of his father. As he passes by, he takes a moment to rest a hand on his father's shoulder, and then his hand slides off, and he turns and stands firm there. The king looks at all of you, one by one, making an effort to lock eyes with each one of you. For what seems like an eternity, a silence pervades the chamber. Welcome to my home, travelers. I am Thalamir Swiftleaf, but I am known to my people as the Broken King. You have met my children, I am sure, but tell me, who are you? And looks at Grayson.
He looks at Grayson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
The name's Grayson. Grayson Harker.
Ah, one from House Harker, a name I have not heard. Many generations. His eyes turn to Blaylock.
Blaylock Rayburn of the Two Rivers.
Two Rivers. From faraway lands, I see.
Very.
As his
It
eyes,
is an honor, Your Majesty.
and he gives you a slight nod as he makes eye contact with Nemoria.
Nemoria from Adar.
Ah. Your blood. I can feel it. It's realm of dreams. Correct?
Very well. Very good, sir. Yes.
As he turns towards Zoramir and looks down. And you, little one?
Zoramir Ketzlar of Rumfeld.
Rumfeld. And Buthok, my old friend, still caring for the forest? My son tells me you have news of great importance for me. And Buthok looks at him. These adventurers have returned from the Heart Tree. The forest no longer cries out in pain, and the plants grow again. As he finishes, Lucidia speaks up. I must say, my scouts have seen animals returning to the forest, and there have been less horrors as of late. What he speaks must be true. The king takes a moment of pause, looks at all of you. What have you done to cause such great change in the forest? And he leans forward intently.
We have gotten rid of the corruption. Somebody was dealing with dark forces, demonic forces. It littered the Heart Tree.
Yes. Do you know who?
Hold on. Notes.
Yeah, do we recall the name of the person from the books or the notes?
You do. It's in your notes.
Yeah, right. Do we recall?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Priash. It would be Priash Leafshrike.
Yes, gosh.
And you say you have cured this corruption?
We lost a member of our group doing so, but yes, the corrupted heart was defeated.
Just a member. It was my brother.
He turns with a sympathetic look in his eye. I am sorry for the
was a
pain
good
that was
man.
caused.
I appreciate your condolences, although I can't begin to imagine the pain and suffering you and your people have felt down here being pushed into hiding from your land.
And as you say that, Lucidia speaks up. Father, We can return our people home again. We can rebuild. It's finally time. The king sits quiet for a moment, his eyes with almost a 1,000-foot stare to the back of the room. No. It is too unsafe to leave the Vey. Who knows what horrors lie in wait for us at that place still. Our people will stay here.
I'm pretty sure we took care of a lot of stuff down there.
A lot, but there were so many. Are the gates still open? Were they broken?
Do we know what gates he's talking about?
You know you broke one gate.
That was the hearts
Yes.
or whatever.
We
We
must
had to go through a gateway to get to the heart. Are you speaking of other gates?
the gates that these creatures poured out of. Gates
Well, I
that
made
claimed
sure
the
that-
lives of so many.
We destroyed any symbolism that we came across.
As you finish, Lucidia cries out, "But Father, our people need their home. You live in fear of the outside still because of your," and he raises a hand, "Enough! You will not disrespect me here in front of our guests." Voice returning to a calmed state. Kelthalus, you will take your troops to the Heart Tree. Verify this tale. Take the Talsahen to speed your journey. Buthak, if you would be so kind as to travel with them.
There is one other thing.
Yes.
We were told by Leaf Shriek that he works for the Order of the Valdane Knights. Does this information help you in any way? We don't know of this group.
I have not heard that name in so long. Many years ago, a powerful wizard resided in Drakenwald. He searched for unclean knowledge. In his search, he recruited so many. They have a mission, and it can be nothing but pure evil. The Order should have been destroyed. And how I never noticed Priosh was part of it is beyond me. I don't know how many are in it now. Many years ago, there were but 9. There was an ancient wizard on the coast. I think he went by the name of Jaresh. There was Priosh, we found out later. But the rest, outside of Bromankarth himself, I do not know.
Well, I will say this. If you recognize the Harker name, we did not leave any gates open for further demonic presence in your home.
And while I believe one of House Harker, you must understand that my people deserve reassurance, verification from those they trust and love. Not that they don't trust you, but you are but new here.
There is the question of the rumored shard that you possessed under that tree.
You must speak of the piece of the legendary blade.
I do. That is what our initial goal was. We are trying to put the sword back together.
We guarded that piece for many years. My friend, I am sad to say that during the assault on our home, we have lost it.
How long ago?
Several years now.
Now, that...
Did
Where?
somebody take it?
Who?
I do not know.
You don't know? You guarded it, and you don't know how it disappeared?
There was so much chaos. So much death. We lost so much. Being alive was more important at the time.
Well, so you know, we did put some of the spirits to rest. There were many children that were trapped.
Yes. My
Not that
Lucidia
it-
lost her own children there. And you look up at Lucidia and can see her eyes are softened, not the stern gaze that she usually has. There's her eyes well up just a little bit, but she holds strong.
I do hope that once your son returns, that you would consider going back.
I am not sure. I would do what's best for my people. And he turns to Lucidia. Take your best scouts. Search again the Phenamar for life. And he raises a hand, and both of them turn to him and bow, and simultaneously say, "Yes, my king," and leave the dais. Buthok bows to the king and to the party, descends toward the entrance. It's just you and the king now.
Be well, Buthok.
Thank you.
Thank you for your guidance, Buthok.
Stay safe, my friends.
And you.
As they leave, the king turns back to all of you. I do apologize for the delay this may cause in your travels. I implore you, please stay with us until their return. If in fact things are as you say, I would be bound by honor to bestow a reward to you for freeing our home from the madness caused by Priosh and his betrayal.
How long do you think it'll be before they come back?
It should only be a couple days for them to investigate and come back.
I can assure you they will come back with good tidings.
I hope so too, my friend.
It will be good for you and your people to have some relief from what you have endured.
I hope you're right. And he just, again, his gaze transfixes into the back of the room.
Must not be easy living underground. I am pretty sure that it has taken its toll on your people here, since from what I understand, we're one with nature.
Due to this evil, we now live like the dwarves of Breckensfjord. But my people are safe. My people are happy. And that's what's important.
They that remain are alive, and this is good. A good foundation to build anew on the remains in Heart Tree.
Yes.
There's also the possibility of what you've done here. This is quite remarkable. This tree here underground flourishing as it has, absent from sunlight. There's the possibility of 2 civilizations, 2 communities to come forth from this.
Don't be fooled by your eyes, Master Blaylock.
Oh,
This tree is crafted from pure magic.
that explains much.
It is our
Well, I
piece
do
of
think
home.
that your ancestral royalty would love to see you return to the Heart Tree. We did speak to them as we destroyed the heart.
And he looks down at the ground and just mutters, "My people must be safe. Safe from all dangers," as he stares into the floor.
Your
What dangers
Majesty.
are you referring to?
The dangers outside in the forest. All of them.
I will say, you can't stay hidden forever. That doesn't do anybody any good.
As long as they're safe. As long as they're Safe. And he snaps up and kind of blinks a few times.
Can I do a medicine check
Sure.
to see if I recognize any of the symptoms?
Sure.
15.
He appears perfectly healthy. He appears as one that just has a lot on his mind.
Well, Your Majesty, safe is good, but with risk there is life, and without risk there's just entropy. The people will thrive, and they will struggle, but in the end, they will overcome, just as you have overcome.
I hope you're right, Master Blaylock. I
Hmm.
hope you're right.
Tell me, did you know Gillen Smitefist?
Make me look at my notes.
You're on mute or something. You're
What?
Oh, there you are.
No, I was just talking. I said I need to look at my notes.
Oh, Gillen Smite, the hero who slayed
Oh.
the dragon.
I didn't have that one there. I
It's in my notes.
did. I remember Varsith the dragon. What it did to Drakenwald.
Hmm.
You know, we forged that blade.
Was it you? I wondered. I know it was elven made, or so I heard.
It was made
But-
here in the Feynamar.
Could never find its origins. That explains much. Hmm. Now, was Master Yolnish, was he one of the crafters?
Not him, but his family.
Really? That is worthy of note. I will have to speak with him later.
The Evercatch family has always been known for their quality in their work.
Hmm.
Nothing is finer here nor dwarven made than elvish handiwork.
I tell you, King, while we are here and we have some time, I noticed the tapestries in the room preceding this. Do you have some time to tell me of some of these stories?
Oh, these legends of old. I could speak of them for quite some time, but unfortunately, Master Blaylock, I must return to my duties.
It's selfish of me to ask. I am extremely intrigued by the history. I noticed the desert there being purged by the dragon. I have visited this desert, as has Zoramir. This place is desolation.
A tomb.
Yes.
Tomb, much like here.
There's you said it. A tomb.
Well, hopefully they will bring back the good news that we have told you. And you will no longer need to live in this tomb.
We will see, Master Harker. But please, forgive me. I enjoy what the Fae has to offer. It shouldn't be long before they return. And he
Have done well of helping your people during this time of strife.
Thank you. We do what we must.
By your leave.
He nods, motions to the door.
I'll turn and start making my way out.
Okay, rest of you.
My lord.
Bow and turn around.
And you exit out and leave the tree.
That poor man. He is broken from what he has witnessed and the responsibility he bears.
Definitely
this-
didn't look well.
Did happen under his rule
Yes.
with one of his advisors.
Yes. This is a
It
delicate.
has seemed.
Hmm?
Does seem that he is more afraid of his own shadow.
He seems of two minds. Part who wishes to be free from this dwelling, the other who is afraid. Is afraid not for his for himself, but for his people. Maybe compensating for his inability to keep them safe at the Harvard's tree.
I just don't understand why he didn't go and check all this out prior to us coming here. I mean, with all his guards and everything that he has, they could have made that decision, 3 or 4 days ago.
I would agree. This is something that, once acknowledged, you would have thought that they would have checked it out. Especially with signs of the forest coming back to life.
Yeah, I mean,
It's neither here nor there, and we can't tell a king what to do.
well, no, but I mean, if you listen to him, they want to go back. Well, I mean, I think he would have made those decisions, days ago to get out of this place. It just something doesn't add up, I suppose. But I suppose we'll wait another couple and a half days for him to find out what we already know.
Truth will be found out whether or not they come back with the news we expect. If they come
I
back
hope
and
so.
say it is not safe, then we will know something is suspicious.
Yes. I suppose we wait for the reward. However, I am impatient to continue on, but selfishly, so I wish to continue hunting for the shards.
Well, it is something that we may need to speak to his children about.
Yes.
For him to not know what happened to the shard that was under his care. I think that would be a very important item.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something of that magnitude, yeah.
There was a hint of a man who, Jarish, the old man on the coast, may know of the Harkers. Is this something of note?
Jaresh was the name. Jaresh.
Jarish?
Yep.
Jaresh? Something, maybe the next time we meet with him, we may be able to get more information.
Yes. Well, until they return with whatever news, looks like we are here for a couple more days.
Gotta sleep with Lemuria for a couple more days.
Mhm.
Could always ask for another room.
Drew.
Good luck with that.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
I have some items that need to be picked up.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to head to the blacksmith.
Okay. So you two are going to the blacksmith for sure. Nemoria, Blaylock, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna just take a walk around town.
Okay. Nemoria?
I'm gonna go find me some more followers
Okay. That's fair.
that aren't pious, please.
Well, let's see what the dice says.
Uh-huh.
All right. Sheesh. Okay.
Guys,
Right.
before you leave,
Okay.
where can I? Do you know anybody who does any dye work or sell pants? You guys seen any of that while walking around town?
How much are you willing to pay me? You come up with something.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll pass.
I haven't seen anything, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'll look around. Is there anybody by us that we're walking by?
I mean, there's people walking back and forth everywhere.
I'm gonna fly down the closest person.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
We're looking for a tailor. Is
A
there
tailor?
a tailor in? Yes.
Most of the people make their own clothes here.
Make their own clothes.
Yes, we're quite
Wow.
skilled.
I see. Is there anybody of any renown who makes clothes that are of a good variety? I suppose. What is the word? Who makes the best clothes?
You could probably look for Fasha Fallenleaf. She's in the northeast sector, in the poor neighborhoods, but does quite well with the cloth. Her family always dressed nicely, even for being a commoner.
Excellent. Well, thank you.
Sir.
I appreciate your time. I'll
Is
hand
it
her
Sasha?
silver.
Sasha?
Fasha
Fasha.
Fallenleaf.
Yep. He went full Harry Potter and like first and last name with the same letter.
Yep.
Thank you.
Nemoria, there's someone in the northeastern section by the name of Fasha Fallenleaf. Seems to have a skill, a particular skill in tailoring.
Well, sounds like that's where I'm headed then.
All right. Are you going with him, Blaylock?
I suppose I haven't been over to this section yet.
Okay.
I will accompany you, Nemoria.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna see if I can't get a couple more followers for Ishtab on the way.
Oh,
Okay. I would say on the way there, you'd have an attempt at 1.
Okay, I'll take it.
So we'll take care of that when we get to it. Right now, Grayson, Zormir, you head to keep having to hop back and forth in my notes. The Silvered
I'm heading to
Blade.
the bauble.
The bauble? Oh yeah, Bubbling Cauldron.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello again. Is this going to be an everyday thing?
Well, my stuff should be ready by now, correct?
It is. It is. Let me go get it for you. She walks into the back and comes out, and Zormir, you see him just lay a flask and a pair of goggles on the table.
You got there, Grayson?
Just some items that I think I needed.
I'm gonna reach for the goggles. Can I try them on?
Smack your hands.
Hey, no need to get violent. I just wanted to see what you got.
Well, somebody other than Nemoria needs to be able to see in the dark.
Oh, very fancy. What's in the flask? Or the vials?
Well, I don't want to keep spending money on alcohol when I don't need to, so this flask fixes that with a never-ending supply.
Don't need you to be going into battle drunk, Grayson.
You don't need anything.
You need
I
to
do
keep
what
surviving.
I need. You do you, I do me.
Alright. Can't give me crap when I sneak off and may come back with a little bit of a reward.
Let's just put it this way. You get caught, I ain't bailing you out.
Even if I pay you, you do seem to like to accept coin for services.
Yeah, stupidity is not a service.
That stupidity saved your life a few times, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, mine has too. So you're the one that just spoke of climbing a tree and almost getting arrested. So we'll leave it at that.
Every other village I've been in has been fine with me climbing a tree. It's a tree. What place doesn't want you to climb their beautiful tree? That's what they're here for.
Maybe you'll learn a little bit about it before you just go off half-cocked.
No, I would think that a tree has some sort of special meaning.
They're elves. Every tree has some sort of meaning.
Bah. They can get over it.
Thank you. And I grab my stuff.
Not
and
a
I walk
problem.
out.
Thank you. Anytime.
I'll kind of turn, smile, and wave at Shrana and head on out.
And you're headed over to Yulnish.
Yes.
Okay. Grayson, are you going with him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head in and you hear the trademark hammer just dish, dish, dish. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Blacksmith.
I can imagine you're here for your item.
I am, and I look smile very giddily at him. Is it done?
It is complete, but it's maybe not everything that you want it to be.
My face kind of falls a little bit. You didn't mess up my weapons, did you?
1 moment. I will go get it from the back. And he comes out and he lays the rapier down, and you can see it's very well fashioned, very beautiful. He took that rapier. There's a small area above the hilt that seems wrapped in leather that you can hold on to pull out a blade as you design. So you kind of stick it in and pull it out, and then you can stick that back together. You'll see when putting silvered rapier with the dagger you gave me, elvish blacksmithing can cause more desirable results. So I present to you your weapon. I call it Venom Shrike.
Venom Strike?
Shrike. And give me a second and I will add it to your character sheet.
Oh.
Click the wrong one. I believe you will be very happy with the results from this weapon.
Pick it up and kind of argue it. This is gorgeous. You do incredible work, Mr. Blacksmith.
Yes, I'm an Evercatch. I always do great work. It's a family tradition.
Well, for your prices, you better do good work.
Oh, my prices, you'll love what I've given you.
Speaking of which, have you thought about any new armor? I'm pretty sure the leather you're wearing could also use an upgrade.
What's wrong with my leather? I've had this all my life.
All right, refresh your character sheet.
Oh, Mr. Blacksmith,
you-
do you have any armor that might fit me?
Of course, we can make little armor for children.
Little children? Who are you calling little child? Take my business elsewhere just for you saying that.
You've got nowhere else to go.
That's why I'm staying here. What might you be able to provide that can cover me for a few extra blows in combat, Mr. Blacksmith?
Let me see. We have all forms
It
of...
needs to be quiet.
Okay, we
Yes.
have various leathers and +1 enchantments on those. If you want the good stuff.
And how much might you be asking for that today?
+1 armor gives you 1,500 gold pieces.
Grayson, are you gonna help throw in on keeping your old pal Zormir safe?
It is a discussion that we all need to make. If we want to keep ourselves alive, these are things that need to be spoken of.
Well,
That is why we were selling off some stuff that we didn't use.
I sold off some stuff to raise up the sword to buy this. I don't have enough to get that armor now.
Like I said, it is a discussion that we need to have with the rest of the group. because I'm pretty sure Blaylock needs some new gear as well. I know he has been working on that staff for the last 3 days, but his armor is to be less than desirable as well.
Where did Where did he go? I think we can shout his name and have him come over. Should probably get him over here so we can.
No, I think this is a discussion we need to have in private.
So, best I could do standard armor. I have some studded leather for 45 gold pieces. It'd be a little better than the rat clothes that you have on now.
Thought you had studded leather. I'm sorry.
Nope. Just has leather.
Okay.
That's Blaylock.
Okay. I thought somebody had it.
So studded leather +1 would cost you 1,500 gold pieces and take me about a day to make.
Time
Good.
we have.
I think I will keep that in mind, Mr. Blacksmith. Perhaps we will be back later today or tomorrow to discuss armor again. Meantime, I am going to play with this new toy.
Take good care of it. This is
Oh,
very special.
I'm going to take the best care of it. This is going to hold a very special place in my heart.
Well, if you need anything else, Yolnish is here for you.
Thank you, Mr. Blacksmith.
Appreciate what you've done.
He nods. As you guys head out of the shops yet again. And
That's all you gave us. We got 3 shops in an entire town.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, 2 technically, and then a tavern. But all right, Nemoria, you see a robed figure as you head toward this person. You and Blaylock stop to discuss with him. You need to roll a persuasion check.
Advantage, right?
Nope.
We're doing
17.
it together. You know, we're like skipping along like perfect strangers. I
Yeah,
could be Belky Bartakamoose.
but you don't follow Ishtab, so
Oh, we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't follow that.
what was it?
17, sir.
Okay. He thanks you for your time. I'm afraid I already have a religion that I like to follow, and it's served me quite well. But good luck in your endeavors. It sounds like a very interesting god, and not one I've heard of before.
Thank you for your time, sir. Have a good day.
You as well. And he nods and waves and heads off as you head to the poorer area of town. And that's where we're going to end tonight. As you walk off into the distance. So
Before I have one more.
thanks everybody for stopping by tonight. Appreciate you being along. Stay tuned as the plot thickens with what's going on in Lenore's Fae. We'll be back next Monday at 7 p.m. As always, thanks to Sirenscape for some of the music tonight. And stay safe. We'll talk to you next week.
Peace.